Hey everyone, RJ here. Welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be doing my review of the Lenovo SmartTab M8. Okay, so a lot of y'all know that I am not a fan of tablets, never really have been. But when I seen this on sale for $59 at Walmart during Black Friday, I had to pick it up, try it out, and just see how I liked it, how it performs, and all that kind of good stuff. Now, the price has gone back up to $89. So, we're going to see if this tablet for $89 is really worth buying. So before I get started in with my review of this tablet, I'm going to give you some specs. Now the processor is a MediaTek Helio A22 quad-core processor with 2 gigabytes of RAM, and it has 30 gigabytes of onboard storage. Now that is expandable up to 1 terabyte via a micro SD card. This tablet did run Android 9 Pie when I received it. However, I did get an update to Android 10, and I have actually got updates, security patches, stuff like that since I've had this tablet. Now for the display, we have a 8-inch HD 1280 by 800 resolution IPS touchscreen display with up to 350 nits of brightness. This is not the brightest display I've seen on a tablet. It has 2 cameras. On the front, it has a 2 megapixel fixed focus camera, and on the rear, we have a 5 megapixel camera with autofocus. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, the cameras on these cheap tablets are nothing to really brag about. I mean, they're there. Basically, the front camera is good if you want to like video chat and stuff like that. But as far as taking any good, pictures and videos, you ain't gonna find it here on this tablet. But it is good, for video chatting on the front-facing camera and stuff like that. Now, some of the other features is dual speakers. So you got a speaker over here. You got a speaker here on top as well. You got a headphone jack right there. So really nice to see that. On the bottom are your connections for this charger right here, which is also kind of a smart thing here. I'll get into here in just a moment. Here is your micro SD card slot. On this side over here, you have your volume and you have your power button and your microphones. Now this does have micro USB charging, so no Type-C charging here on this tablet, but honestly for the price point, that's not too important. And it comes in just one color here, which is called iron gray, and it is metal. I mean, it is a metal tablet, and it does have some nice weight to it. Now, the weight of this tablet is 305 grams. It does have Dolby Atmos, which you can see right there. Wi-Fi connection is 802.11 ABGN AC 2.4 and 5 gigahertz dual band Wi-Fi with Bluetooth 5.0. So with all that being said, let's go ahead here and power the tablet on. It does have face unlock, but I'm looking at it right now out from behind the camera, and it just can't recognize anything. But you can put in your PIN, pattern, or password to unlock it, and there we are here onto the main screen. Now, like I said, HD display, and to be honest, it's not bad, okay? Viewing angles are not horrible. It does get bright enough for indoor use. As you can see right here, I am about 80 or 90% brightness, and it's just good enough to be sitting here looking at. Of course, if you're in very bright light and if you go outside, you will definitely not be able to see this tablet here in bright sunlight. But with the MediaTek A22 processor, I mean, just your ordinary everyday task is going to be okay. I mean, it's not going to be nothing that's going to be a super powerhouse, nothing like that. I did do a gaming test. You see the 3 games right here. If you want to see that video, I will leave a card right up here somewhere, and you can check that out if you want to see the gaming test here. But this tablet here, it's more for the light casual user. Now, the good things about this tablet here is the fact that it has a really nice display. It has dual stereo speakers that you can customize to your liking. And watching YouTube is a good experience. Now, the max you can watch in YouTube videos is 720p. But to be honest with you, I mean, we have 50-inch TV, 60-inch TVs, and a lot of programming we watch is 720 or 1080, and we're fine with that. So with an 8-inch tablet, then, why do we need really anything, um, you know, more than 720 or 1080 here for something like this here? So not much of a big deal there. Now the A22 processor, like I said, is good for the light to moderate usage. Okay, I have been on Twitter, I have been on Instagram, and whenever you're scrolling, it does seem to get a bit choppy at times. Let's see if I can find Twitter here, and we'll just kind of get on Twitter, and I'll just kind of show you what I'm talking about here a little bit. The loading times here, it's not the fastest in the world, and as I'm trying to scroll here, you can just kind of see that it is really not the smoothest experience. Now, I have definitely seen worse, but as far as trying to scroll up and even go back home there, it does get choppy. So, I mean, it's not going to be something that you're going to want to use for heavy usage. Very light social media, light gaming, YouTube, Netflix, Prime Video, whatever streaming service you use, that's basically what this tablet is for. Okay, now this tablet is not just for a kid or for a grandparent or nothing like that, or for a first tablet. It's for anybody who don't want to spend an arm and a leg on a tablet, but wants something that's going to be able to watch Netflix, going to be able to watch YouTube, is going to be able to browse social media on occasion. Just don't expect the smooth experience. Like I said here, whenever you are scrolling and scrolling kind of quick, you will see that it does smooth out at times, but overall, I mean, it's just not smooth. Going back home here, and yeah, there you go. Now, looking here at some Geekbench 5 scores, you're not going to get anything spectacular, okay? 170 single core, 566 multi-core, running Android version 10. This is just going to be mainly for your light usage. It ain't going to be for anything strenuous. Now, this does have a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and the battery can last you quite some time. Let's move this out of the way here. I have a couple of screenshots here of just continuous YouTube viewing. Now, I watched in the highest resolution, which is 720, brightness at around 90%, what you're seeing right here, and had the audio to custom, and I found a 7-hour nature camera 4K drone footage, and I just let it play. I just let it loop. So here are some screenshots I got from that battery test. Now, as you can see here, I'm down to 5%. YouTube was used for 9 hours and 2 minutes continuous, with 93% being used at 5%. And over here, we can see there again, 5%, last full charge, 11 hours, with 9 hours of straight usage on YouTube. Now, that's not bad, okay? 9 hours will get you through 3 to 4 movies, depending on how long the movie is. So yeah, 9 hours, 7 minutes of straight, YouTube usage from 100% charge. So honestly, that's not bad. Now, one of the great things here about this tablet is the speakers. For this price range, I have never heard speakers sound this good. Okay, for under $100, stereo speakers, and these things put out some sound. Let me go ahead right now. I'll pull up one of my videos. It may get a little bit loud depending on how loud I have the audio, so just be warned, it could be a little bit loud. But yeah, I'll pull up a video and just kind of show you how the screen looks and the audio sounds. Okay, so I have my choice for the best budget phone of 2020 pulled up here. I got the volume at 50%, and the brightness is at the same 90% that it has been. So let's just play just a few minutes of this.
Hey everyone, RJ here. Welcome back to the channel. Now, we've seen some really great phones released here in 2020. Some great budget, mid-range, and flagship devices. I'm excited to see what next year will bring as far as technology goes and cell phones and stuff like that. Now, my channel, for a long time has always kind of revolved around the budget smartphone. As time progressed, I did get into some mid-rangers and a couple of flagships here and there. But today's video, I want to be giving you my pick of the best budget smartphone of 2020.
So there you go. I mean, they're just a little small snippet there of a video. So Of course, I'm not going to use anybody else's content due to copyright. You know how that goes. But yeah, I mean, this thing is $89. Now we're going to go ahead right now and power this thing off. I won't get too technical here with this. Now, this is the little smart charger. On the bottom here, you'll see that it's micro USB that plugs in there as well. You just set this down, set your tablet inside of it. Let's go ahead and just power the tablet back on and see if it can recognize my face this time. And yeah, there we go. So actually, you can just do like this right here. And sometimes it's really difficult to actually find the prongs. I had to do this several times before it start charging. I know it's not the best viewing angle that you can see right now, but whenever it's plugged in on the bottom and it's charging, you know, it does slow charge unless you've got maybe a faster charger into the wall. When I was charging it was charging pretty slow. And you can set up your ambience and stuff like that, which is, you know, Google Assistant's ambient mode. I really haven't tried it out. You got to go through all this kind of stuff to set it up. And honestly, you know, I don't use Google Assistant, so I never really even bothered to check everything out. But, you know, if you want to look at somebody else's video, I'm sure that somebody else give a full walkthrough of the whole Google Assistant with ambient setup and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, if you want to set this somewhere, it's just up pretty straight. If you want to watch content, you can set it in this little cradle right here and you're good to go. Just be sure that you have it lined up there with those two connectors and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, I mean, for $89, I can sit here and say that it's a good tablet for someone who just wants something to, you know, video chat, you know, not the greatest quality, of course, but to video chat. If you want to do some light gaming, some light social media. But this is mainly for viewing content, YouTube, Netflix, streaming, whatever streaming service that you use. That's what this tablet is mainly for. And you can see that with straight usage, I myself personally got 9 hours of continuous usage out of this 5,000 milliamp hour battery. So that's just basically how I feel about this tablet. It's a good tablet. But for $59, when I picked this up, I would say it's a definite get. For $89, I would be... I mean, that's completely up to you. I would want it to be about 10, 20 bucks less before I pick this tablet up, but you are getting a great display. You are getting good batteries. You are getting very good speakers for music playback, for video playback. It has a headphone jack. I mean, yeah, there it is, the Lenovo Smart M8. Not much else to say about it, but yeah, if this was helpful and informative in any way, hit that like button. Any questions you may have, leave it down below. If you're new around here, consider subscribing for further content. Hit that bell for notifications. I'd appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and thanks for watching.